Hey everybody, welcome to another episode of Just Open It, the YouTube series in which I open recently acquired toys. My name is Russ. Thank you very much for watching this episode. I really appreciate it. If you're a fan of toys, action figures, or pop culture collectibles, please subscribe to my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Every week I open a recently acquired toy or collectible, and all month long, this February 2023, I've been opening Masters of the Universe Origins action figures. I love this action figure line and I've been collecting it from the very beginning, but I've opened very few of them, so it's time I get these figures out of their packages and on display, because frankly, in their boxes, they take up a lot of room. And I'm ending this series with the grand finale. Yeah, this guy takes up a lot of room, all right. It's Mekaneck and the Ground Ripper. I mean, when I was a kid, this vehicle was called the Road Ripper, but whatever. I'm just super excited that this has been made available very recently here in the Phoenix market. I snatched one up as soon as I saw it, and I am stoked to open it for you, with you, today. So let's tear right into this. Now, surely this will not be the last Masters of the Universe Origins figure or vehicle that I open on this channel. Like I said, I have a lot of them, but I do try to mix things up a little bit and offer a little bit of variety. So this was just kind of a streak of Motu Origins, and we'll get back to some different vintage action figure lines very soon. But rumor has it that Masters of the Universe Origins is doomed, that this toy line will not last much longer beyond this year. Spring 2023 is what I heard, and I really hope that that's not true. These action figures are just absolutely awesome. I love how they celebrate the toys of my youth while modernizing them for contemporary playability, posability, what have you. The package art is beautiful. I'll show you the back here too. I always credit this artist if I can. I believe his name is Axel Jimenez. I just love the way he's flourished and embellished Masters of the Universe iconography with this package art. Very easily extracted there. And in fact, his art is one of the reasons I wouldn't open these figures, or I'd be more precious about their packaging. But the whole point of this is to make space, you know, make room for even more toys. So there it is. Beautiful display piece right here, actually, all in and of itself. Very cool. So let's see, what's the best way to remove these guys? I love Mekaneck, one of my favorite characters from the original line for sure. Such a unique design. And I'm kind of wondering how to... Oh, he's so tightly bound in there. So let me do this. Okay, so his bubble has been removed. I'm just going to set the Ripper aside here for a second. And let me get in here, as if he were on his own backing card. One of the faults of this action figure line, despite its beautiful articulation and its seemingly loving attention to detail here, a lot of these figures simply do not have, and I presume for the sake of economics, mechanics, what have you, they don't have the action features of the original Masters of the Universe toys. So the original Mekaneck, whom I have nearby, I should have grabbed him to show you, but if you're a fan of these figures, you remember, you twist his waist and his neck extends, and the idea is that Mekaneck is kind of a spy for He-Man and his friends. He could peek over ridges or hilltops and what have you, and kind of see at a distance with these mirrored specs. A very Jack Kirby-like design here, if I do say so myself. Jack Kirby's Fourth World, probably one of the many inspirations for Masters of the Universe. Kind of this combination of Conan, Kirby's Fourth World, Star Wars, this kind of soup, this stew of what was popular with young boys at the time. Mattel totally wanted to capitalize on all that, and I think they were successful, because for me, the combination of all of those franchises created something greater than those franchises themselves. I mean, I'm a He-Man fan first, and my love of its inspirations are derivative of seeing what they made together, if that makes sense. So, just a very initial staging here of Mekaneck, super cool. I only recently saw, I think in some promotional art for this figure, that this, what I thought was just like a club, is meant to be kind of like a telescope, because he is a spy. I don't know if I ever put that together as a kid, but it's a pretty cool feature. And again, this kind of Kirby-esque design here. Now that I'm looking at this and thinking about Masters of the Universe, this isn't too far a stretch to the Cosmic Key from the Masters of the Universe movie. Interesting. Okay, here's the deal. He doesn't have the action feature where you twist his waist and the head extends. Instead, they have this additional neck that I'm to apply here. So what this does is it kind of robs a young fan playing with these toys of the experience of experiencing those action features like in real time. To be playing with these figures and have to pause to put the neck on and then to reapply the head. Just kind of a drag with imaginative play. This is obviously a bit more for the adult collector, but there's a part of me that would like to think some young fan is approaching these figures for the first time and developing a love for He-Man like I did. But there he is. I mean, it just looks so cool. You can see the same stature that the original Mekaneck had. Mekaneck, of course, an abbreviated name for his mechanical neck. But I dig it big time. Now, let's get into the vehicle. The Ground Ripper. Let's call it, it's the Road Ripper. I mean, that's not front. But I'm opening it here, and I would like you to see me open it so you can tell that getting this stuff out of the package isn't always a piece of cake. Oh, in fact, there are these knobs down here, and they're instructing me to turn them. Whoa, okay, now that's kind of new to me. Very interesting that these knobs were holding the Ripper in place, and they're actual notches on the vehicle itself designed to keep it secure in the packaging. Very interesting to me, and you know, one of the reasons why this is called Just Open It, so you can see how these toys are opened. Now there's an alternate head for the Road Ripper, which I assume is some homage to its original design, or an alternate design that was in some media of early Masters of the Universe. Just giving myself a little leverage here to get this out of the package. It's just a bubble on the cardboard, but there it is. So this is definitely more of a mechanical kind of lizard or dragon sculpt, whereas the classic one that I love is this with the decal, the pupil. And speaking of decals, just look at that control panel. These were the details I loved as a kid. And frankly, I'm grateful that these decals are on the Road Ripper already. You can see some of the Kirby-esque influence there too, I think. Just kind of the miscellaneous technology that, you know, like, what's the point of it? The thing about the Road Ripper is this had like a draw, what would you call it, like a drawstring or something that you would rip the rip cord, I think is what I want to say. It had a rip cord that you would put into it, and you'd pull it, and that would activate the mechanism so it would roll. I wonder if they changed the name because the rip cord has been removed, and this is just simply a more practical rolling vehicle. Again, I wonder if Road Ripper was like taken copyright-wise. Let me see how easy it is to replace this head. I'm going to consult the instructions on the box so I don't break anything here. Okay, well, it just says replace with second mantle. And that arrow implies that I should pull backward. So I wonder if that means to remove, I pull forward. Okay, it just pops off. Nothing too complicated there. And then this guy pops back on. Trying to get that guy on there. Don't want to break anything here. Okay. Little force, little push. I don't know. I don't care for this additional mount, I think is what the box just called it. Mantle. I much prefer the original, but it's cool to see some additional or different control mechanisms there in the back of this thing. And I kind of wish there was a way that the Ripper could carry this on the back or in a trunk. Again, just for displayability, I like everything being together. Now, this has to go in some weapons box or something, or just sit next to the vehicle on a shelf. And I find that awkward and unnecessary. But man, I'm nitpicking because, let's face it, this is awesome. This looks beautiful. It looks like the original. Somehow it looks like the original, and it's better. Like, it just takes the detail that was on that original vehicle, and everything just looks sharp. Everything just looks precise. It looks intentional. The sculpt is so celebratory of the original vehicle, and yet again just different in its, I'm just using the same words here, precision, because I'm digging it so much. Now let's put a figure here. Presumably Mekaneck is the figure we're supposed to put here. And instinctively, I started messing with his legs like that rubber band was there. So, put the figure here. Okay, the safety belt, which with the ripcord would have held this vehicle in place. The ripcord would have held the figure in place practically, because this thing moves like on its own. With this kind of manual playability, I don't know how important that safety belt is, but it's just another cool, like, don't forget to strap in, almost to one of the like lessons Masters of the Universe would impart upon its young viewers. Like, hey kids, don't forget to wear your safety belt. So, super cool. Big fan of this. And it's light, but still substantial. And again, I just beseech Mattel, if there's any consideration for canceling this line, what can fans do to keep it alive? I mean, I'm not all about the online exclusive kind of old school Matty collector vibe that kind of brought Masters back to the fore in the early 2000s with the what was it called, Masters of the Universe Classics line. I don't like waiting monthly to race my fellow fans to a website where only a few figures are available, and if I don't have a fast enough internet connection, or I don't set my alarm to 9 a.m. exactly, I miss out. I don't like that, but at the same time, if that's what it takes to keep this line alive, as long as the supply matches the demand, then I would do that. I would do that in this case. So, Mattel, let's talk. In the meantime, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate it. Again, please like and subscribe my channel, Karaoke Fanboy TV. Also, follow me on Instagram at AmazingAZComics, where I post more about the comics and toys that I love and the comics and zines that I make. Tune in next time when I grab another toy from around my place here and I say, you know what? Just open it. I'll catch you next time.